10 tire myths that idiots still believe. 90% of drivers believe at least one tire myth. And chances are you do too. No shame. The industry loves keeping these lies alive. Today, I'll show you 10 myths that are still fooling people in 2025, even though they've been busted 1,000 times. Myth number 2 is so dumb it should be illegal, but people swear by it. Miss this video and you might just end up burning cash, or worse, rubber, for nothing. Myth number 10. Low-profile tires are only for new cars. I hear this garbage all the time. Someone rolls up in a beautiful classic Camaro, wants to upgrade their wheels and tires, and some know-nothing counter jockey tells them, "Oh, you can't put low-profile tires on that old thing." Complete nonsense. Low-profile tires can go on literally any vehicle as long as you've got the right wheel diameter. A classic 1967 Mustang with properly sized 18-inch wheels and low-profile tires not only looks stunning but can dramatically improve handling characteristics compared to the original rubber. What actually matters is the overall diameter, keeping that consistent with what the vehicle was designed for. That's just basic physics. You maintain the same diameter by increasing wheel size while decreasing sidewall height. Did you know that many classic car resto mod projects specifically upgrade to modern wheels and tire combinations? Take Singer Vehicle Design and their Porsche 911 rebuilds. They often use contemporary Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires with aspect ratios around 35, which would have been unheard of when these cars originally rolled off the assembly line. So if anyone tells you your classic ride can't rock the low-profile look, just send them this video, after you leave a like, of course. Myth number 9. High-profile tires are only for SUVs and trucks. This is another one that drives me absolutely crazy. People see a tire with a tall sidewall and immediately think it must be for some mall crawler SUV. However, high-profile tires, those with taller sidewalls, are actually engineering solutions for specific performance requirements, not just for big vehicles. Take luxury sedans. The engineers at Mercedes aren't exactly idiots. There's a reason many S-Class models run aspect ratios around 55:60. Those taller sidewalls filter out road imperfections before they ever hit the suspension. But here's where it gets really interesting. Motorsports. Rally cars universally use higher profile tires than what you see in circuit racing. We're talking 65 aspect ratio or higher. The additional sidewall flex helps maintain contact with uneven surfaces and absorbs landing impacts after those spectacular jumps. It's simple physics. More rubber between the wheel and the ground means more material to absorb impact energy. That's why you see high-profile tires anywhere ride quality matters more than absolute cornering performance. Myth number 8. Low-profile tires are softer. This one makes me laugh every time. Someone will point to a set of ultra-low profile tires and claim they must be soft because they look sporty. Tire hardness has absolutely nothing to do with sidewall height. Nothing. Zero. Nada. The hardness of a tire, what we measure with a durometer, comes down to the specific compound formulation. Take track-focused tires like the Pirelli P0 Trofeo R, with aspect ratios around 30:35. They're definitely low profile, but their tread compound reaches durometer ratings well above 60 on the Shore A scale, making them significantly harder than many high-profile all-season tires. Conversely, some winter tires maintain relatively high profiles but use ultra-soft compounds that stay pliable in cold temperatures, sometimes with durometer readings below 40. What really blows people's minds is that many modern performance tires use multi-compound construction. Next time you're at the track, look closely at a semi-worn Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2. You'll see the center uses a harder compound for longevity, while the shoulders use something softer for cornering grip. I demonstrate this by poking different tires with my finger, but that highly scientific test probably wouldn't make for great YouTube content. So please stop judging tire softness by looking at the profile. Myth number 7. Low-profile tires are quieter than high-profile tires. This one's so backwards it hurts my brain. I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone claim they're upgrading to low-profile tires for peace and quiet. Let me break this down in simple physics. Low-profile tires are generally louder, not quieter. Those stiff sidewalls that give you precise steering response, they're terrible at absorbing vibrations. Instead, they transmit those vibrations straight to your wheels and into the cabin. Tire manufacturer Bridgestone conducted acoustic testing that showed low-profile tires, aspect ratios below 45, generated an average of 72 decibels at highway speeds, while comparable high-profile tires, aspect ratios above 60, averaged just 68 decibels. 4 decibels might not sound like much, but remember that the decibel scale is logarithmic. This represents approximately a 40% increase in perceived loudness. High-profile tires work as natural sound dampeners. Their taller sidewalls flex and absorb road imperfections before they become noise-generating vibrations. It's basically free extra suspension built into your tire. I mean, there's a reason why luxury vehicles focused on comfort rather than sportiness often opt for higher-profile tires. And trust me, those German engineers aren't making that choice because they want a louder cabin. Alright, we're approaching the halfway point of our tire myth countdown, and things are about to get even more interesting. If you're enjoying this tire talk and want to see more automotive myths busted wide open, now would be the perfect time to smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and you'll never miss another myth-busting video. Now let's get back to the countdown. Myth number 6. Low-profile tires have a lower weight capacity. This misconception has kept so many people from getting the right tires for their vehicles. I still hear salespeople at discount tire shops pushing this nonsense. Here's what actually determines how much weight a tire can handle: the load index. That's the little number after the tire size that tells you exactly how much weight each tire can safely carry. For example, a tire with load index 91 can carry approximately 1,356 pounds, regardless of whether it's a low-profile performance tire or a chunky off-road tire. Many low-profile performance tires are designed with reinforced structures specifically to handle the higher stresses of performance driving. Take the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S in 245-35R19 size. Despite its ultra-low profile, it carries a load index of 93, supporting up to 1,433 pounds per tire. That's more than many high-profile touring tires. What really matters is the internal construction. How many layers of polyester, steel, and nylon make up the tire structure? So next time someone claims your low-profile tires can't handle your vehicle's weight, ask them to show you the load index. That'll shut them up quick. Myth number 5. Low-profile tires don't grip as well. This myth drives me absolutely nuts because it gets the physics completely backwards. Low-profile tires actually tend to provide better grip, especially during performance driving. The reason is simple. Stiffer sidewalls deform less under cornering forces. When you're pushing hard through a turn, you want your contact patch to maintain its optimal shape against the road surface. Excessive sidewall flex can reduce effective grip by changing the contact patch geometry under load. Look at any serious racing series, Formula 1, GT racing, even high-level autocross. They all use extremely low-profile tires. Do you really think race engineers who spend millions optimizing every component would choose tires that reduce grip? The only time this myth appears true is in specific off-road or wet conditions, where sidewall flex actually helps maintain contact on uneven surfaces. But that's about tread design and application-specific engineering, not an inherent property of all high-profile tires. A low-profile winter tire will still outperform a high-profile summer tire in snow 100% of the time. So please, stop perpetuating this nonsense about low-profile tires lacking grip. The laws of physics would like a word with you. Myth number 4. Low-profile tires always last longer. I've literally heard tire salespeople push low-profile options by promising more miles for your money. Total BS. Tire longevity has almost nothing to do with profile height. What actually determines how long your tires will last? The rubber compound, tread design, your driving habits, and road conditions. Period. A low-profile performance tire with a soft compound might give you amazing grip but wear out in 15,000 miles, while a high-profile touring tire could easily last 70,000 miles. So the factors that actually matter are the hardness of the tread compound. Softer compounds grip better but wear faster. Initial tread depth. More rubber equals more miles before reaching wear bars. Internal construction. Reinforcement patterns that reduce deformation under load. Heat management. Better thermal efficiency equals slower wear. Low-profile tires can sometimes wear faster because they transfer more road input directly to the tread, which can accelerate wear patterns on rough roads. Plus, their wider footprints can be more sensitive to alignment issues. Want to know how long a tire will actually last? Look at the tread wear rating, that 3-digit number on the sidewall. Higher numbers generally mean longer life, regardless of profile height. Myth number 3. Low-profile tires improve fuel economy. I hear this at almost every car meet I attend, and it's complete nonsense. The idea that low-profile tires somehow magically improve your MPG defies basic physics. Yes, in theory, stiffer construction could reduce rolling resistance, but in real-world testing, the opposite often proves true. When we were doing fleet efficiency testing, we found that many low-profile performance tires actually reduced fuel economy by 1 to 3% compared to standard touring tires. This is because low-profile tires are typically wider, creating more frontal area and aerodynamic drag. The performance-oriented compounds used in most low-profile tires prioritize grip over rolling resistance, and that increases stiffness. It means more energy transfer to the vehicle, some of which becomes waste heat instead of forward motion. Now, there are specifically designed low-profile eco tires on the market that focus on reducing rolling resistance, but their fuel economy benefits come from their specialized compounds and internal construction, not their low profile. My point is, if you're trying to maximize MPG, the profile height should be one of the last things you consider. Focus on proper inflation, tires with low rolling resistance compounds, and maybe lay off the lead foot habits. Myth number 2. High-profile tires allow for bigger brakes. The myth has the entire relationship backwards, and I still hear it all the time when people are planning brake upgrades. Brake size is determined by wheel diameter, not tire profile. Actually, it's usually the exact opposite relationship. Low-profile tires are chosen specifically because they allow for larger wheels, which then accommodate bigger brake systems. When engineering a high-performance brake setup, you need larger diameter rotors and bigger calipers. These components need clearance inside the wheel. The only way to maintain the same overall tire diameter while increasing wheel size is to reduce sidewall height, meaning lower-profile tires. Take modern performance cars like the BMW M4 with its massive 15.7-inch front brake rotors. Those enormous stoppers require at least a 19-inch wheel to fit properly. If you tried to use high-profile tires while maintaining the same overall diameter, you'd need smaller wheels, which means smaller brakes. I suspect this myth started because people noticed that off-road vehicles often have both high-profile tires and smaller brake systems. But this isn't because the tire profile enables the brake choice. It's because off-road applications prioritize different performance aspects than on-road performance vehicles. To be absolutely clear, if you're upgrading your braking system, you'll likely need lower-profile tires to accommodate larger wheels, not the other way around. Anyone who tells you differently probably also believes that blinker fluid is a real thing. Myth number 1. Low-profile tires are dangerous. This is the crown jewel of tire misinformation, and potentially the most harmful, because it scares people away from perfectly good tire options based on unfounded fears. Low-profile tires are not inherently more dangerous than high-profile alternatives. Full stop. Every tire sold in the US must meet identical DOT safety standards regardless of sidewall height. This myth probably started because low-profile tires do provide less cushioning against potholes and road hazards, which can lead to more wheel damage, but that's a durability issue, not a safety one. Come on, a properly designed low-profile tire doesn't fail catastrophically just because you hit a pothole. It protects the air chamber even if the wheel gets damaged. So drivers might find the more responsive handling of low-profile tires less forgiving of sloppy inputs. But again, that's not a tire safety issue, guys. It's a driver adaptation issue. Think about it logically. Virtually every modern performance car comes factory-equipped with low-profile tires. Do you really think BMW, Porsche, and Ferrari would ship vehicles with dangerous tires? Not a chance. Like any tire choice, different profiles have their appropriate applications. Would I recommend ultra-low-profile summer tires for winter driving in Michigan? Of course not. But appropriate application does not equal inherent safety. The actual safety factors for tires are proper maintenance, appropriate seasonal selection, and replacing them before they're worn out, regardless of how tall the sidewall is. Bonus myth: for those of you who stuck around, low-profile tires are only for smooth roads. While it's true that low-profile tires will transmit more road imperfections to the cabin, modern performance tires are far more capable than this myth suggests. Tire engineering has come a long way in creating low-profile options that can handle real-world conditions. Nearly every new performance car comes with low-profile tires from the factory, and manufacturers don't limit their durability testing to perfect surfaces. The development mules for the latest Porsche 911 GT3, running tires with aspect ratios as low as 30, undergo testing on some seriously rough roads. There are different categories of low-profile tires. Ultra-high-performance summer tires with minimal sidewalls might indeed prefer smooth pavement, but many Grand Touring low-profile options offer reasonable comfort on moderately rough surfaces. Premium tire manufacturers like Michelin and Continental offer specific product lines designed to combine low profiles with improved ride comfort. The Michelin Pilot Sport All-Season 4, for example, comes in many low-profile sizes, but uses specific construction techniques to improve ride quality over varied surfaces. So while I wouldn't take 20-inch wheels with rubber band tires rock crawling, the notion that they can only handle perfect highways is outdated and just plain wrong. And that's a wrap. Which one surprised you the most? What's the worst car myth you've ever heard someone say with full confidence? Drop your comments below. Before you go, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more, click on our other videos. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching.